Judging the Dayton audio category, and the way we have it set is that really the project can be entered as long as it has any Dayton audio driver. Next year, however, we're going to change the Dayton audio category to be solely Dayton audio. So you have to use all Dayton audio products and drivers. So that'll be a change for next year's competition. After we judge the Dayton audio category, we'll take about a 10-minute break. Again, we're going to be listening to your speaker project first, and then we're going to give you an opportunity to give a little overview of the project, what inspired you, what components you use, this and that. If you weren't here last night, I'll introduce the judges again. We've got Don Keel. Want to just kind of wave there? Everybody knows him?
This is my third time judging, but I'm a substitute.
That's right.
They called me 6 days ago and said, "Did you substitute?" So I'm a second-class judge now.
And he always gives a substitute.
And judging does impact you. I mean, Don, you're what, 28, 30 years old?
Absolutely.
And yeah, judging is a difficult job. Next to him is Ken Weller. He's from Celestian.
Hi, guys.
And Ken's been an avid audio enthusiast all his life, and he's taken it into his professional life. Now he heads marketing in the product area of Celestian. Next to him, we have Jerry McNutt. Jerry's a great guy. He's also an engineer. He's at Eminence, and we've come to rely on him as being the backbone of the judging table. So without further ado, the first project up will be Eric Woodring, project number 1, and then after him it'll be project 31 at Dan Webb. So we'll give him a few minutes to set up, and then we'll get the judging going.
Why don't you make it a little heavier next time?
I'm going to go 418.
418.
Where are we going with me?
Mark.
Get it off?
Hey, at least we don't have to go very far with one of them.
Yeah.
Are we going to keep them on stands or?
Crossovers on the back.
Thank you. I think they're all online. I'm not sure. The catalog varies. Yeah.
Where they're at.
Remember I came in on the yeah, it doesn't say it just disappeared, didn't it? Yeah, it disappeared. I thought I could just do it.
I mean, that's perfect with the straight line.
Exactly. So
Rich. When you're right on the axis of the center.
Yeah, it's got a rocket booster. Didn't want to sit there.
Just a quick note, when you do your peer voting, you look at your ballots. There will be some criteria on that ballot. And those are kind of the areas that we want you to consider when you are judging. So you'll find that on the ballot, just a little section there. And again, we'll be doing the peer ballots after we're done with the category. This is the Dayton audio category again. And this is be project number 1.
Down to 16, I think we better pull off the road. Crossovers.
Thanks to you, I've got a reason to get out of bed, make a move or two. Thanks to you, there's a net below, 'cause otherwise, well, I don't know. And thanks to you, there are promises of lives and love.
Project number one. Eric, do you want to give us a little bit overview there?
Sure. Basically, these are called the 442s. Seal box, 4 tens. There's a 10 at the bottom, 10 in the front. The bottom 10 is basically taking care of the BSC. The top 10 runs up to about 1K. Then in each of these modules, there's a AMT Pro and AMT Mini. AMT Pro is from 2K up to rolls off naturally around 10K. Then the Mini is basically a super tweeter to take over from there from 10K up. Other than that, that's what you got. These are the RS Series 10s, top and bottom.
So you say it's a seal box,
Yeah, it's a seal box, 2.3 cubic
but the
foot.
two drivers underneath and the top are
Uh-huh.
identical,
Identical,
except you,
except the bottom was just planned from about 100 hertz down, taking
Okay.
care of the BSC. Yeah, took the face plugs out, polished them up, put them back in. than that. Any other questions?
How'd you get it shiny like that on the Facebook?
Basically stripped the anodize off and polished them out and put a clear coat on them. They're just super glued in. If anybody wants to know about that, any of the reference series, I've done the 8s and the 10s. They're just super glued in, just popped them out from the back side, polished them up, put them back
Polish the ones we can't see?
in. No.
We'll say yes.
Where'd you get those legs?
Custom made. It's a 1/4 inch round bar, bent, welded. There's a little frame that they're all welded to. So it's custom deals. Of course, this is like kitchen tile. I had that water jet cut to fit that, and outside it's actually a flooring material. Works as a deadening agent and has a pretty durable finish. There you have it. 442s. That comes from 4 10-inch woofers, 4 speakers per cabinet, and 2 cabinets. Kind of like the old Oldsmobile 442.
That's right.
Exactly.
I was just gonna say that.
That's kind of the thing. I'm an audio and color guy, so there you have it.
Thanks, Eric. Okay, the next project will be Dan Weber.
Shut off right here.
That'll be project number 31. Eric, this looks like something laying on the Mars, surface of Mars.
Let's say the bottom there.
Yeah, that's the
That's the booster.
That's the
booster
one.
mark.
It's got the rocket booster underneath
there.
Yep.
Yeah. So is that yours?
After this project, after project 31, be Tony Hartman, project number 29.
Thanks to you, I've got a reason to get out of bed, make a move or two. And thanks to you, there's a net below, 'cause otherwise, well, I don't know. And thanks to you, there are promises of laughs and love.
Saw people, places, and things we barely had a rhyme. Friends asked us to describe the people, places, and every last thing. So we unpacked our adjectives. We unpacked our adjectives. I unpacked frustrating first, reached in and found the word worst. Then I picked soggy in, next I picked foggy in. Then I was ready to tell them my tale, 'cause I'd unpacked my adjectives. 'Cause I'd unpacked my adjectives.
Okay, again, that was project number 31. That's Dan. You want to come up and give us a little bit of overview?
Good morning, everyone. So this is probably like the simplest speaker in the house. There's a lot of exotica here this year. These are just the fronts from a 5.1 system I made that has all Dayton point source in it. So the center and the surrounds have the 6.5 inch, and then I have the Dayton reference sub 12 inch with the plate amp. So other than the crossover in the sub, it's zero crossover and 5.1 with 5 speakers essentially. I was going for simplicity and like sound staging. So they are what they are. They sound okay, and might add a shelf filter in there at some point to tone them down a little. But just an honor to be here with all you guys. Thanks.
And that was project 31, said Dan. Up next is project 29, Tony Hartman, and after 29 will be project number 8, John Hollander.
Number 8, you said?
You have some door prizes. Should we do one? Guess everybody's asleep. You don't want to do one? Okay. Nobody wants to do a door prize? Yeah. Have Carl up here, so Carl can give me a hand here. Here, Carl, why don't you pick a winner and let's see what we're going to get. Let me pick that. Take these.
What's 550?
That's fine.
Paul.
You get an
Got a winner.
IM6 smartphone calibrated measurement microphone.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I have a dumb phone.
Paul, you're going to have to buy a smartphone now?
I have a dumb phone.
Okay. Dumb phone, it'll still work with a dumb phone.
My wife thinks she
It'll make it smarter. Smarter.
My wife.
And number 29, let's see. Okay, we're gonna skip over 29 for the moment. We'll go to project number 8, John Hollander.
All right, now I gotta move them? Yeah, probably do. I can. Where's mine?
Not bad.
Midwest Audiofest speaker design competition. There's a lot of really cool, really innovative home speakers on display. Maybe I can use a torch to get right here in Park Express.
That's a good size for what we're raising. Fairly extended high end,
Yeah.
fairly low directional.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smaller lights.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really great craftsmanship on display with home built speakers using virtual
Yeah, it's
design competition. So Midwest design competition. Midwest Audiofest. They'll be here on display. People hurt themselves using components right from First Express. There's a lot of great
Yeah, just goes judging with
This is John Oliver, number 8. Tony Hartman.
Supplier is US
I'm walking out.
That's true.
we wanted to buy them, quantity
Yep. And this is project number 8 we're going to be listening to.
Thanks to you, I've got a reason to get out of bed, make a move or two. Thanks to you, there's a net below, 'cause otherwise, well, I don't know. And thanks to you, there are promises of laughs and love.
Got home from camping last spring, saw people, places, and things we barely had around. Friends asked us to describe the people, places, and every last thing. So we unpacked our adjectives. We unpacked our adjectives. I unpacked frustrating first, reached in and found the word worst. Then I picked soggy and next
Okay, that was project number 8. John, you want to give a little overview on your project? There you go.
Really, this is just me remaking a set of RS speakers that I had at home for my home theater. So first started off with knowing that I wanted an open back mid, so that kind of set a lot of the crossover points. I really like the open back mid for the clarity. So that's the RS 150S shielded because that's what I had, and I actually like the back cover on it. It looks nice. And then that's crossed over to the RS 225, again shielded, and that's crossovers of about 700 with second order slopes. The tweeter to mid, that's kind of dictated by the dipole roll-off and the dipole null, excuse me. And that's around, what was it, 1,800 or so. So that's about it.
Where'd you have the wires? You know, I don't see any wires whatsoever. It looks really nice in the back.
It's a composite, so there's actual hole that runs all the way through the middle of that back.
From the top to bottom.
It's magic, Don.
It's magic, all right.
Yeah, you could take a look at the rear side of this. Very, very neat job. Hey, up next will be project number 29, Tony Hartman. Get him set up. We'll have another door prize here.
We showed up?
Okay, you got your tickets out? We're going to give away a Bluetooth module. And I'll pick the winner here. Let's see here. 603-552. 603-552. Anyone? All right.
So what it does, essentially does is it rolls top 12, and it just means
I don't know if you guys know that today is supermoon, July 12th. Anybody know what supermoon is? All you guys know is audio, right? Okay. I'll tell you what, supermoon is when the moon is closest to the earth. And it's supposed to cause high tides and heightened emotions. So let's get into this supermoon, okay? All right. I don't know how Tony did it, but I was just telling Rory that I had this table in college. I don't know how he got it, but I can still see there's a ring.
Like, that's where you had your beer bottle, right?
Yeah, there's some burns, I don't know why. There. sure does bring back memories, that's all I can say. Thanks, Johnny.
I had to fix the leg you broke out.
I fell on it.
Make sure the line stays off.
And this is project number 29 that you'll be listening to. After this project, it'll be project number 24.
Plug those in and go in the table.
Oh, what I was doing was I was actually bringing it in now.
Red to red, white to black. Oh, where do I plug the subwoofer in at? Just kidding.
Get her.
Thanks to you, I've got a reason to get out of bed, make a move or two. Thanks to you, there's a net below, 'cause otherwise, well, I don't know. And thanks to you, there are promises of laughs and love.
Got home from camping last spring, saw people, places, and things. We barely had arrived, friends asked us to describe the people, places, and every last thing. So we unpacked our adjectives adjectives. Unpack my adjectives. I unpacked frustrating first, reaching and found the word worst. Then I picked soggy and next I picked foggy and then I was ready to tell them my tale. 'Cause I'd unpacked my adjectives. 'Cause I'd unpacked my adjectives.
Okay, again, that was project number 29.
Thank you. This all started at the tent sale last year when I saw this Dayton dual voice coil subwoofer. I've never had a dual voice coil subwoofer before. I said, I'll give it a shot. And it called for about a 4 cubic foot box. I made it just a little bit smaller. It's vented. And it's crossed over probably about 300, a little bit less maybe. And as you can tell, it had bass, more bass than you could actually want almost. You know, I was so impressed with it. I'm looking over there today for some more, but I didn't see any. And these I just got fairly recently on eBay, another great deal. C's woofer and tweeters. And I wanted something to put. I had a different setup designed for this, but the C's are pretty decent, so I brought the C's for this class, and I got the other ones for something else. But it's that Dayton dual voice coil subwoofer. It just takes one box. I think they retail for like $37 or something like that, and you can't beat the bang for the buck. I mean, it's just great. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, next up we'll have project number 24, and then after project 24 will be project 37.
Oh, just one thing. I don't like to see screws in the front of my cover, so I put the woofers in from the bag to kind of base. What's that? Did they put it the cone-shaped thing? So there's no fasteners available on most of my stuff.
24 is Van Grant, Nexus Tower, and project 37 is Vulcan.
Yeah. Sounded bigger, heavier. Give me some cash runs, man. I'm happy now.
Just this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Push out.
Hold out there.
No, you can't. The legs are great. It's in there. And the, usually they will actually stand by themselves. You know, there's no lower, no. Yeah. Yeah.
And while we're getting set up for the next project, we'll have another door prize here.
You already do your judging? You're all set up on that?
Oh, yeah, no, I assumed that was.
We're going to await 2 brown boxes,
Last night I bought parts express
2 inches by 4 inches.
I didn't have one in there. I could hear a little
Here's your
bit of
tickets handy.
the breakup. Seeds were coming. I put them in last night.
Like to see what's inside the box.
I wondered if I would hear the difference.
Ken and Celeste donated these. These are really small. These are the AN35 Kens, full range. Neo. We'll give away a couple of these. And the winner is 603545. 545. All right. Good job.
check them.
And that, these door prizes were donated by Celeste. Thank you. And these are going to be project number 24 you're listening to.
Thanks to you, I've got a reason to get out of bed, make a move or two. And thanks to you, there's a net below, 'cause otherwise, well, I don't know. And thanks to you, there are promises of laughs and love.
Got home from camping last spring, saw people, places, and things. We barely had a run, friends asked us to describe the people, places, and every last thing. So we unpacked our adjectives, we unpacked our adjectives. I unpacked frustrating first, reached in and found the word worst. Then I picked soggy in, next I picked foggy in. Then I was ready to tell them my tale, 'cause I'd unpacked my adjectives, 'cause I'd unpacked my adjectives.
Again, that was project number 24. Matt, you want to give us a little overview?
So these are the Nexus towers. The name Nexus means a connection between two or more things, and the connection is the GS135 and ND28 tweeter. I wanted to choose a mid-woofer and tweeter that could be used in a small two-way themselves and still maintain a somewhat high sensitivity yet a compact enclosure, and also allow a larger three-way like this. The woofers in this one are the Dayton SD215 subwoofers. They are crossed to the mids at about 450 hertz, and then the mids in ND28 at about 2.5 K. And the enclosure, I didn't have a whole lot of time. These were finished about 48 hours ago. I wanted to play with the tuning a little more. I think they might have been tuned a little low. It's about 28 hertz right now.
It's got a big port in the back.
Yeah, 4-inch precision port on the back. Yeah, any questions? Yes.
What's the surface finish?
It's the Dayton red cherry vinyl veneer. Is that up?
Great.
Thanks.
Project number 24 up next is project 37, and then after project 37 will be project 44.
So it went down a bit, the viewers went up, and then the viewers went down again, but the amount of guests has been going down. Because like it'll go up and then they'll transfer over. And this is going to be project number 37. After 37, we'll do project 44.
Thanks to you, I've got a reason to get out of bed, make a move or two. Thanks to you, there's a net below, otherwise, well, I don't know. And thanks to you, there are promises of laughs and love.
unpacked our adjectives. We unpacked our adjectives. I unpacked frustrating first, reached in and found the word worst. Then I picked soggy and next I picked foggy and then I was ready to tell them my tale. 'Cause I'd unpacked my adjectives.
Okay, again, that was Project 37. Augie, you want to come up and give us a little overview? Thanks.
Okay, speaker is 27 pounds. The whole idea is my design or your design can sound good in a box, but if you do a better box enclosure, it will sound better. So I call variable wall thickness technology. This is the front of the speaker, 1.5 inches. Okay, the driver is only 4 inch. So the back is 3/4 MDF, front is MDF 1.5, and the size is walnut 7/8 solid. Now, because I built it that way, there is no dumping inside the box. There's nothing. Box is empty. Okay. 40-inch tall, 6x6, small footprint. There is a RS tweeter on the back hiding right here. I call it salt and paper. Real leather on the front is also dumping the front buckle. There is a brass screw for the driver and front and rear, so there will be no magnetic drivers, no magnetic screws interfere with the magnet of the driver. And there is a cap, clarity cap on the back for the tweeter. That's all it is.
Okay, again, that was project number 37. Up next is project 44. Then after project 44 will be 45.
I'll say something.
When I've got, do they see each other? I think so.
Yeah, just say when we get back.
Rich, how many entries in this session this morning?
After this one, there's only 2 more. We'll take a break.
Okay, we're going to go away at Parts Express. Dayton Audio ball cap. Okay? You got a ticket handy? You ready? 603-573. 573.
That's me.
All right.
Yay,
There you
that's
go.
me.
Thank you. One size fits all. And this project is number 44, called Blue Lobsters. They don't smell like seafood to me.
Thanks to you, I've got a reason to get out of bed, make a move or two. Thanks to you, there's a net below, 'cause otherwise, well, I don't know. And thanks to you, there are promises of laughs and love.
unpacked our adjectives. We unpacked our adjectives. I unpacked frustrating first, reaching and found the word worst. Then I picked soggy in, next I picked foggy in. Then I was ready to tell them my tale, 'cause I'd unpacked my adjectives. 'Cause I'd unpacked my adjectives.
Okay, and these were project number 44, Blue Lobsters. Eric, you want to come up and give a little overview on them? How you hauled them in from the ocean?
Okay, well, they sound a lot better than I thought they would. They sound good in this room. So I've had these 15-inch Sonovox biowoofers hanging around for a few years, and they were a good deal at $15 a piece, I think they were. I put them in a periodic enclosure. It's a little bit undersized, and I did venting in the back. Did the venting with a stainless steel shower strainer. So dress it up just a little bit. The mids are 11 ohm buyout. They're just listed as blue surround mid ranges. They're decent, but my favorite driver is the tweeter. It's the new ND25 FA4 Dayton tweeter. The total cost for all 8 drivers was about $80 or so. Yeah, it's a budget design. It's all first order crossovers at 500 and 4K, and there's just a little bit of attenuation on the mids and the treble. It's a really simple circuit, and they're named after the blue lobster paint color that they're painted. It wasn't my first choice, but after I saw the name, I said, that has to be the color. So.
All right. Next up will be Tom Bond with project number 45, and we'll end this category with project number 46, Chuck Morris. So up next is 45. Yeah, again, this project will be 45, and then the last and final one will be 46. Making great time. Again, after we're done with all the categories, we can have some listening time, which I know we normally are short of every year, but this year we can hopefully go through all the categories pretty quickly and then have some nice listening time, and we still have some food and drinks. So. And after this category, we'll take a 10-minute break. I'm going to try and pronounce it. Sutarno. Okay. Again, this is project 45.
Thanks to you, I've got a reason to get out of bed, make a move or two. Thanks to you, there's a net below, 'cause otherwise, well, I don't know. And thanks to you, there are promises of laughs and love.
Got home from camping last spring, saw people, places, and things we barely had a run. Friends asked us to describe the people, places, and every last thing. So we unpacked our adjectives. We unpacked our adjectives. I unpacked frustrating first, reaching and found the word worst. Then I picked soggy in, next I picked foggy in. Then I was ready to tell them my tale, 'cause I'd unpacked my adjectives. 'Cause I'd unpacked my adjectives.
All right, Tom, come on up here. Again, this is Project 45.
This is just a small set of speakers that I made to go on my desktop. Red Heart is the wood I used for the baffle, maple veneer, slanted cabinet, Indy 91.8, Indy 16 for the tweeter. The crossovers are Linkwood's Riley 4 and 3500 hertz on both woofer and tweeter. That's about it.
Did this one have a problem? Was it being overdriven or was it?
Port noise. I think port noise. Port noise.
And, yeah, it's a small speaker. A little small for this size of room, but next year I'm bringing bigger speakers.
Okay, the next one up is Project 46, Chuck Morris. Then we'll take a 15-minute break after this. And Tom's project was 45, you just heard. 46 will come up, and we'll take a 15-minute break. This is Project 46.
Thanks to you, I've got a reason to get out of bed, make a move or two. Thanks to you, there's a net below, 'cause otherwise, well, I don't know. And thanks to you, there are promises of laughs and love.
Got home from camping last spring, saw people, places, and things. We barely had a rhyme, friends asked us to describe the people, places, and every last thing. So we unpacked our adjectives. We unpacked our adjectives. I unpacked frustrating first, reaching and found the word worst. Then I picked soggy and next I picked foggy and then I was ready to tell them my tale. 'Cause I'd unpacked my adjectives. 'Cause I'd unpacked my adjectives.
Okay, she unpacked her adjectives for the last time. Yes, we're going to pack her up too. Actually, this is Chuck Morris. He's going to give us a little overview of his project. That was number 46.
All right, these are the top ends. I call them Nathan, and then when I add the sub, it's called the Nathan Plus. The top original design is a wall-on bookshelf speaker for a friend of mine who's really into some old vinyl. So I knew I didn't have a tweeter that would be super top end. So we've got a Viva TC6, and then the woofer on the top is the DS115. The woofer on the bottom is the SD 21588. These were, as I said, the top is actually designed as a standalone, so I can unplug woofers and just play those. The top is actually ported at 60 hertz, with about 1.5 dB boost right before the roll off. The bottom woofer is in 1 cubic foot, tuned to about 35 hertz, 300 hertz crossover between the woofer and top end when those are in play, and then to the TC6 at about 2K.
We're going to count number 46, and what you need to be doing right now is filling out your peer balance. And your peer balance you want to give to either Viv or Silk, to Viv, okay, in the back. We're going to take a 15-minute break. As soon as the peer balance are collected, we'll be back at 10:30. And just to let you know, we're going to do the over $200 category next. And we'll open that category up by giving away a one-of-a-kind, right, one-of-a-kind, never in the hands of anyone in the whole world subwoofer. So it'll be an Ultimax 18-inch subwoofer. We're going to give that away right before the over $200 category. So, and in your beer balance as soon as you can. Take a 15-minute break. We'll see you back in a short while.
I think pretty highly of yourself.
What music was the second band?
I have no idea. Boring. Ask Boring.